Hi, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to our training tonight. Today is the third day of this training series. Okay, I'll be starting soon. As our custom is, let's just wait like 2 more minutes for more persons to join us. We have about 5 of us here now. If you are on with me and you can hear me, just type "I am here" in the chat box. Okay, I can see you, Adeoba. Welcome. Adeyanju, welcome. Ken, you're welcome. Right, just type "I am here" in the chat box section. We'll be starting soon. Welcome, everyone. So in a minute from now, we'll be starting. Just type "I am here" in the chat box section. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Okay. Welcome everyone to the training for tonight. It has been an exciting time, or let me say, an insightful time since we started 2 days ago. So today is day three. I remember we started with the basics of Forex. Okay, we looked at the terms that we use in Forex, the basic definitions that we have, and other things that we might need to know as we continue, or let me say, this adventure as a Forex trader. And then yesterday, we went through MetaTrader 4. That is the platform we use to trade Forex. That's MT4. So we went through the version, the desktop version. I mean, that's the version that we use with the system. However, I have a video that I recorded in the past. Okay, for those of us who didn't join yesterday, there's a link for the video, all right? Because as the class was going on yesterday, we also streamed it live on YouTube, okay? So there's a link to the video. Just chat us up on that WhatsApp line that you registered to join this class with. Ask for the video for yesterday's class. The link will be shared with you so that you can go through the class again and then you'll be able to understand. So that way you see how to install the MT4 your system. You see how to adjust or make modifications on the MT4 platform. you see how to enter a trade with the MT4 platform. You see how to add your indicator, both the indicators that came with the MT4 platform and the indicator or your custom indicators. I mean, you see how to do all those. Okay, so you can ask for the link to be shared with you. Also, after this class, ask for the link for those of us who prefer to trade with our phone or with our devices. All right, ask for the link to join, to watch the video on MT4 platform, how to work with your MT4 app or your mobile device. Both the Android and the iOS is kind of similar, okay? So the link will also be shared with us, okay? And something very important that I think we should know for those of us that are on Telegram, all right? We have previous lectures that have been done in the past that the materials might be very useful to you. So on Telegram, just search for @Tolu Forex. Okay, what we have here @Tolu Forex. Search for it on Telegram. You join our channel. We have over 1,000 members on the channel already. So you join our channel and then just scroll up. You see links to, you see previous materials and links to different video tutorials that we've done in the past, so that you can also learn through the Telegram channel. And then on Telegram channel, we drop signals like every two days or every day, as often as it comes. All right, we drop Forex signals, free signals on the Telegram platform. Okay, so today we go ahead with the training. All right, but before we start, I would like us to, for those of us who are just joining, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just type in the chat box section, I am here, I am here. That's our welcome note for tonight. Just type in the chat box section, I am here, if you're just joining us for tonight. All right. So for those of us who were part of the training 2 days ago and yesterday, all right. So 2 days ago, we talked about the basics of Forex trading. And then yesterday, we talked about the trading platform, which is MT4. I would like us to, somebody, just one person, to just share with us one or two things that you've learned within the past 2 days. You've been with us for the past 2 days, either 2 days ago or yesterday. Just share with us one or two things that you've learned since we started. All right, so you can unmute yourself and then let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Someone share with us quickly. Olusanya, are you talking?
Yeah, good evening, Tolu.
Good evening, you're welcome.
Good evening, everybody. For the past 2 days, basically, I've been able to understand what Forex is all about, that trading currencies. And we are made to understand there are two pairs in trading of currencies. And what Forex is all about, that is transacting two different currencies. One is the, like, should I call it the principal, the first one, maybe let's say USA, Japan. The USA is the main currency for trade.
USD,
So
USD is the base.
yeah,
Why
the base. Yes, exactly. So that is noted. Then we understand that we can also the idea of making money has to do with the number of pips that you have. Then we talked about leverage. Talked about spread. Leverage is like an additional, that is you're kind of after putting your money into the system, you can also leverage on the broker. The broker is the medium, or like a kind of the company that is in charge of managing your transaction with, that will manage your transaction. So they give you leverage to do a more higher transaction, depending on the ratio that you want to go into. And you advise that we should go for lesser leverages so that it will not affect our transactions, so to say. So those basic things have been grabbed.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, we are home with you.
I think that's then the spread. We talked about the bid and the ask. We talked about bear and bull. That is, when the transaction is in bear, means that the transaction you are selling, the transaction is coming down, or you are doing short. And when transaction is bull, you are going up, because the two animals represent the way and manner they attack. A bear will attack and push somebody down, while a bull will carry you up. So bull shows buying, while bear shows selling. And for you to trade, you need to have an application to do that. And that is why the issue of MT4 is very important. We'll download, it was downloaded so that we can now register with a broker. In this case, you advise that we should do FSTM, depending on which one you want. And based on the assurance that you are not going to have, you are going to have your money. When you put in your money, you have the assurance that your money also is easy for you to withdraw. That's a good standard you gave to us, that we should watch out if you want to have any broker. Then we should also watch out for issue of spread. Spread is like what they will be deducting for every transaction, or sort of say that you want to go do. So things like that, Sha. I think that should be fine.
Yeah, you really tried. Like, you explained a lot to us tonight. Thank you very much, Mr. Lusaya. Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Part of the class last night also, where we walked through the MT4 platform.
Yes, for the desktop I was, but along the line I slept. Maybe I'll ask for the other video.
All right. So there's a video link that us up on WhatsApp, and then you have it. Also, by joining the Telegram channel, we'll drop the link on the Telegram channel. You also get it there, and other previous trainings that we've done. Right, you can get the link on the platform. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So we go on with our training for tonight. So okay, so today, the day 3, we'll see how to create an account, how to create a trading account. Really, I'd love to show us, like Mr. Lusaya said earlier, I am suggesting FXTM because that is what I use. Okay, you can decide to go for other brokers. But one of the reasons why I prefer FXTM is that due to the restraint that even be placed by CBN in Nigeria, there's a maximum to the number of transactions you can do from your Naira account, except you open a DOM account, which a lot of us don't even have. But with FXTM, you can do a direct transfer from your Naira account, from your mobile application, bank mobile application. You do it into your FXTM account, you will be credited after going through the verification process. The verification process will only be done once. And after you've done it the first time, you don't need to keep doing it again and again. What they just need is a copy of your statement of account, all right, to verify that you are a real person, and then to verify that you are sending it from your account, so that when you want to withdraw, you also withdraw to that same account. So it means that even if somebody accesses your account, you can't withdraw your funds The only place that your fund can go into is into your own personal bank account. Okay, so that is just the verification, initial verification process you need to go through with FXTM. Once you've done that, you've confirmed your identity, you've confirmed your address, you've confirmed your bank account, then or you confirm your payment method, then you are good to go. There's no other verification to be done again. Okay, their website is forextime.com. All right, so we're going to share a link with us also after now. We send it to everybody. So the link to register on Forex Time, we send it to us after now so that we see how it goes. But what I'll do quickly is that I will share, I'm going to share my, I'm going to share with us my screen so that we see what okay. So let me just go through this. These are the things we'll do today. The first thing we'll do is creating a trading account. All right. Number two today, which is number 4 on this list. We'll talk about trading psychology. We'll talk about risk management, and then we'll talk about money management. All right. So in creating a trading account, I'll just show us the overview of how the back end of the FXTM platform looks like, a walkthrough around it, how you can create the account yourself so that you won't have difficulty doing that by the time you want to start yourself. So a few minutes, please. I want to set up my browser. A few minutes, please. All right, so I believe we can all see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, that's my browser. I want you to type in the chat box section, I can see. Please drop in the chat box section, I can see. That means you can see the browser. I've just opened the FXTM website here. All right, all right, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we move on now. All right, thank you. Okay, so open an account. I'm going to just use one. I'm going to just use a random email address. Okay. All right. So open an account. Then it brings you something like this. You want to sign up newly. Okay. So I say Tolu and I say Forex. All right. Nigeria, I leave it at that. Okay. And then for the phone number, I put our official Tolu Forex phone number. Okay. For email address, I put something like this. Okay, a mail will be sent. So I've just received the pin by mail. So I'm imputing it here. Okay. So and register. All right. So this is how your dashboard looks like typically when you register. Okay. I would like us all to remain on mute, please, so that we don't disturb others. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is how your dashboard looks like typically until you create an account or until you create your first account. So when you create an account on your dashboard here, you're going to see the list of your accounts that you have here. Then walking through this section here, you can deposit funds. Now, the option. All right. So this is the option I told us about. You can deposit with your cards, okay? And then you can deposit directly from your bank account. So if you're using any of these bank accounts, good for you, okay? Like me, I use GT. So what I do is I hit on deposit, all right? Then I have to complete my registration before I can make deposit, okay? But I don't want to do that with this account. I already have an account. So you go through this place and then you will see the account number and a unique reference that you will impute in your bank app where you want to send the money. All right. Once you do that, within few hours, about an hour or two, you will see the cash or the funds in your wallet, all right? And this is where you'll be able to access all your FXTM wallets, both your Nigerian. So as you can see here, there's a Naira account here, there's a pound account, there's a USD account, there's an Euro account. So what I do usually is you deposit in Naira, and then from within your app here, you transfer your fund from your Naira account to your USD account, or better still, you transfer directly from your from your Naira account into your trading account. Okay, but because there's no trading account yet, you'll be prompted to open an account. So you can open any of these. Okay, you can open any of these accounts. But for now, because we are just starting out, what you need to do is you come here, open a demo trading account. Okay, so you just follow the instructions as detailed in there, all right? So we are opening this on FMT4. You have different types of accounts you want to open, all right? So you open it here, and then the currency, use USD. Then this is the option for leverage. You can always change this later on. This is the option for leverage, like I explained to us, okay? So, and then you input your password here, and then what balance do you want to start with in that your demo account? Okay, once you hit on open, the account is open for you, and then you can go in, you can go back to your MT4 platform to log in with these details. To log in with these details, that with whatever details that you have here, you will need, you have to go to the open account section of your MT4. You remember the class that we had yesterday? You go to the open account section. That way, you'll be able to create, you'll be able to log in to your demo account on your MT4, and then you are good to go trading. All right. So that is what is expected of from this end. And then from here, like I told us, you'll be required to verify your profile. Two things: you'll be required to upload this, your identity document and your proof of residence. Then you also be required to, so if you're paying with your card, you'll be required to upload the front, you snap your card, both the front view and the back view, okay? You'll be required to upload it. And if you are paying by bank transfer, which is what I advise, is much more convenient, all right? You'll be required to upload your bank statement. At least I think your bank statement for about 6 months, okay? You can easily download that from your app and then send to them by mail. With that, you don't need to go to your bank at all right? And here you can update your profile, okay? They have some trading services, you know. Here they have some contests for you, and then here you can also learn from FXTM. We have webinars, seminars around us here in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, in Abuja at intervals, and then there are ebooks that you can also learn from. So this is the broker that I use, all right? So we go back to our slides. Let's talk about trading psychology. Trading psychology. Okay, so if you can see my slide presentation, please just drop in the chat box section right on. I've just switched to my slide presentation. If you can see it, just type in the chat box section right on. Okay, okay. Thank you, Adeyanju. Okay, thank you, Olusoya. Okay. All right, thank you, Taiwo. All right, so we move on now. So the trading psychology. We're talking about trading psychology, we mean to say what mindset or what inner attitude do you need to have as a trader, okay? And first, I want to say that the key to trading success is emotional discipline. You need to be disciplined emotionally. You ask me why. It's not convenient for you to see your money going away. You know, it's very funny. There was someone that I know that, oh, this guy, he has quite some fun with him. You know, you call some person's money back, all right? And then he started trading. I told him start with something very little, and then he started with, I think he started with $1,000, all right? And then in his first trade, he had traded with demo for about 2-3 months. And this guy told me he had been profiting with his demo account. He had mastered the particular strategy. But you know what? The first time he started trading with his own money, when he opened the real account and he funded it, he almost blew the entire account because it looks like very strange. It seems very strange to him. You know, he was trading on, nothing changed. The only thing that changed was him and his emotions. So it is very important for you to be disciplined emotionally, because I think while he was trading with demo, it didn't really touch him. It didn't really eat him because he was not trading with real money. But the moment he started trading with real money, it's like, you know, just a little, there's what we call retest in trading. When the trade is moving in a particular direction, there's always a retesting that it does. So it's possible that you have entered a trade, and then while it is coming back to retest, you run at a loss before it goes back in your direction again. So at that particular time when it's coming back to retest, you know, there's every tendency that you might want to say, oh, this thing is going against me, and then you quickly exit the trade. And by the time you exit the trade, you discover that you're running at a loss. Okay, let me just quickly show us something here. I want to show us something on my chart to just explain the retest for you. And that is where we need discipline with our, okay, we need discipline there. So a few minutes, please. I want to show us my chart. Okay, so can we all see my chart? Please, if you can see my chart, just type in the chat box section MT4. MT4. All right, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so let's continue. So I believe we can all see this red line, this red horizontal line that is here. I want to make it bolder. Okay, so let's assume that you entered a trade at this level here. So let's assume that you enter a trade at this level here. So you've seen that, okay, this is a trend that is about forming. This is a bearish candle, all right? And let me make this bolder. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, this is a bearish candle. And then after this, you assume that, oh, this had already broken out of this, all right, and then you assume that it's going to drop, that this is going to continue on a downward trend. I mean, that is a bearish trend. So on getting to this point, you enter the trade at this yellow line, and you entered a short position, which means if the price continue to fall, you'll be in profit. All right. And then because of the retesting, the price went back up before coming back down. So the moment the price, this bullish candle formed, and then another bullish candle formed, all right, and then there's more like a consolidation here before it starts falling back. You know, a lot of people, as soon as they see this reverse direction, what happens is that they then immediately, so as soon as they see this going back up, what happens is that they come out of the trade and then they accept the loss. Okay, having it in mind that originally they already planned that, or according to the analysis, it's supposed to continue on a downward trend, right? But because of emotional instability, what happens is that they come out of the trade, they accept the loss, and then they are scared to enter into the trade again. You know, but if that guy had been trading with a demo account before, so because it was not real money, he didn't feel it much, so he could afford to allow it to continue to go like that, and then was like, oh, very good, it's coming back in my direction. But the moment he started using his own money, so once he saw that, oh, this thing has started going against him, in order to reduce the loss, okay, he just came out of the trade directly. And it's very possible that he had already put his stop loss at this level. But even before this could get to the stop loss level, he just came out of the trade and he was like, oh, he's afraid he can't do it again, you know, and then he ran at a loss. So you need to be able to control yourself emotionally. So if you already entered a trade, okay, and you've set your stop loss, okay, and you've set your take profit, okay, make sure you leave it the way it is. Even if it is going against your direction, allow it to go and hit your stop loss. You've already done your risk to reward ratio. You've already put your money management into consideration. All right, because every trade, okay, Forex is a volatile market, and every trade has its own risks involved. All right, we're going to talk more about it as we progress tonight. So don't be afraid. All right, you need to be emotionally disciplined with Forex. I mean, with your trades. If you are not disciplined emotionally, you will continue to lose. So every time the trade is probably going back to retest, even if it's not going to hit your stop loss, there's tendency that you just quickly take the loss and then you're out of the trade, and then you are scared to even go on again. You know, losing $2, $3, $5 out of let's say a $100 account. You know, if you continue to take losses like that, and you took the loss for about 10 times, you discover that about 20% of your account is gone already. All right, and then another greed might set in that, oh, I've lost 20%, now let me increase my lot size. Okay, let me increase the lot size so that I can have huge profit at once. And in the quest to doing that, there's tendency that you even lose more again. Okay, so you must be able to handle yourself emotionally. You must be able to handle yourself emotionally. So let's go back to my slide. So the key to trading successfully is emotional discipline. Please, if you understood what I just explained on the MT4 platform, just type in the chat box section understood. Just quickly, I need responses from about just 2-3 persons so that I continue. If you understood what I just explained on the MT4 chat now, just type understood. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we proceed. Okay. So if intelligence were the key, there are a lot of people that have the knowledge, yes, but because they were not disciplined emotionally, they still end up blowing their account. So if intelligence were the key, were the sole key, then there will be a lot more people making money trading. Okay, so now let's look at this quickly. How do experienced traders handle emotions? Number one, they don't trade out of greed. Don't be greedy. I think I mentioned it the first day. A lot of people come into trading. I got a kind of funny message earlier today, and the message was somebody messaged that I think something like, if we have an investment platform or where he could invest his money with us, and then he's going to earn 50% profit in a day. All right, when I saw that, the first thing I did, I first laughed. All right, but I had to respond that it's not possible. It's not possible. Okay, some persons might promise you, in fact, some persons might promise you 50% in a month. But what I advise people, when you are starting as a young trader, all right, don't aim too high. Don't aim, even if your profit at the end of a day is 0.5%, that is half. All right, 0.5% for a week is 2.5%. 2.5% for 4 weeks, that is 10%. 10% on your investment is not small. If you want to tell me 10% is small, then keep your money in the bank and check back what will be on your account at the end of the year. All right, or at the end of the month. So 10% on your account is not too small. So now, what we now determine is the volume. For example, 10% on $100 is $10. 10% on $1,000 is $100. 10% on $5,000 is $500. So what will now determine the volume, all right, will now be how much is your initial capital when you started trading. But that percentage is not too small. So in the quest of aiming so high, all right, aiming to have a lot of profit or more profit than necessary. Okay, greed, that is what we call greed. And at the end of the day, people end up blowing their account. People end up blowing their account. I think when we are done, I will enter a trade on that demo account. All right, and I'm going to increase the lot size. Then you see an example of what I'm talking about when I say greed. Okay, so please, someone should just remind me when we are done that I should enter a trade with a very high lot size, so that we can see what we mean by greed in practical. Okay, so number two, how experienced traders handle emotions. Be aware of the fact that the forex market is uncertain. It's a very volatile market. Okay, so which brings us to what I said on the first day, that in all of your trades, ensure you always put stop loss order. Make sure there's a stop loss order in all your trades. All right. Number three, never expect quick profit. If you are coming into forex with the mindset that forex is a make money quick scheme, okay, probably you need to leave the class now, because this is not for you. This, you need to take this as a business. All right, and if you are doing business, you don't expect that, okay, you are selling a product, or you're doing something, and then the next day the entire thing just blow. No, forex is not like that. You need to build your account gradually. You can build your account from $100 to $200 in about let's say 3 months or 2 months. It is progress. Be happy with your little profit. Okay, if you are able to make 1% profit in a day, is a whole lot. All right, so be happy with it, and then with time, what matters is cumulative profit. There's power in cumulative profit. So by the time you are starting tomorrow, what you started with yesterday is not what you'll be starting with tomorrow if you had a little profit yesterday. You get what I mean? So have the mindset that I want to build my account gradually. Okay, if you want to do this as a business, I want to just give us an idea. Why not get your money together? All right, if you can raise up to, let's say $1,000, for example, and then put $1,000 into your account and start trading. If at the end of the month, okay, what you have is, let's say 10%. 10% of $1,000 is $100. At the end of that month, don't withdraw the entire $100. You can withdraw, let's say 50% of it, and reinvest 50% back into the account. That means you are withdrawing you're withdrawing $50, and then your next capital for the following month will now be $1,050. All right, that way you are able to grow your account, and then at the same time you are paying yourself. You are paying yourself back. But don't be so greedy that you want to have the whole profit in a day. You see people that will tell you that, let me teach you how to trade forex, and you double your account in a day. Beware, sir, and beware, ma. All right, so let's move on. We'll be talking about risks and money management. Risk and money management. Okay, after we're done with this theoretical part, I'm going to show us one or two things on the chart also, so that we understand in real terms what I mean. Now, what is risk management? Risk management enables you to implement a set of rules. That is, it guides you to ensure that any negative impact on the trade is manageable. Okay, so there are a lot of risks that are involved in the trade. All right, you are risking your money. You are risking against the big banks. All right, you are risking your fund against other traders. Okay, now I want us to get this. On the forex market, anytime anyone is losing money, it means that somebody else is making profit. Okay, so if Mr. A trades today and he loses his fund, it means that somebody else in the market, probably Mr. F or Mr. Z, had already made profit off what Mr. A lost. You understand what I mean? So don't, if you go into the market and you lose your fund, it means that you've made somebody else richer. And what happens is that 90 to 95%, or let me say about an average of 95% of the people that rush into the Forex without proper discipline, without proper knowledge, without proper emotional intelligence, all right, they are the ones that bring their money together and they pay the little 5% or less that goes in there with all the technical knowledge and discipline and patience that is required. Okay, so the idea is, don't be part of the 95% that goes to the market to lose their fund. Be part of the minute 5% or less that goes to the market to make profit every day. And this minute 5%, they are not there with greed. Okay, they have management principles. They have principles or they have rules that they've set for themselves so that anytime they go in trading, they are not losing their funds. I hope you are following me. Okay, please type in the chat box section I am following so that I'm sure that I'm not speaking to myself. All right, so in the chat box section, just put in there I am following. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Lawal. Thank you, Taiwo. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we move on now. So next we talk about money management. Money management, on the other hand, is set of imposed rules. So both of them have to do with rules. They have to do with rules, all right? So rules that we follow in order to manage our money effectively. Like I was talking with someone on Monday, okay? The person was at my office and then the person told me that, Tolu, please just show me where the money is. So I told him, all right, calm down. I'm having a one-on-one session with him, okay? So I told him that, so I started showing him step by step. I showed him the chart. I showed him what to do. I showed him what to look out for. All right, he's a busy guy. And I showed him the formula he needs to go around with when entering a trade as it relates to different currency pairs, depending on their rate of volatility. All right, and I showed him where to always put the stop loss and then the risk to reward ratio so that I will know where to put the take profit. Okay, so there are rules to be followed so that at the end of the day, we are able to minimize our losses, we can maximize our profit, and then we can grow the size of our trading account. All right, so now let's see some tips for money management. What I mean by is money management, not MMM, please. All right, so what I mean by is money management. So some tips that we need. Number one, trade only what you can afford to lose. I think I need to take a pause here so that we think about this line again. Trade only what you can afford to lose. So I made this analogy with some group of students some time ago, and I told them there was a time when I was young. All right, if I misplace, let's say 5 naira, it shows on me, like it's going to tell on me, on my face. Everybody around will know that Tolu, something is happening to Tolu. Okay, and then at a point in your life or in my life, if I lose 5 naira, then I'll be like, is it not 5 naira? Okay. There was a time that I was scammed online in my while in Unilag then, all right, and then on a Monday I paid into, that was when I started with online business fully. All right, on a Monday I paid about 50K as a student. All right, I was just hustling on my own. I paid about 50K into an account for a particular service, and on Thursday they sent me another mail. I paid another 70K into the account, and then it was on Friday I discovered that nothing had happened. I called them, they were not picking, they were not replying mails again. Okay, and then I went to the bank. I discovered that these guys that I thought their office was at Ikeja in Lagos State, I discovered that those two accounts in two different banks with two different names, both of them were opened in a particular place at Benin in Edo State. That was when I knew that I've been scammed, you know. And then that day I told myself that that I'm going to make this cash that I just lost and more from it online in a legitimate way. And I'm not going to make anybody to cry. And over the years, you know, it had been from one good news to another with respect to doing online businesses, with Forex inclusive. All right. So at that point, I lost another amount that showed so much on me. You know, I was down that how can I lose this particular money, you know? But as the years progressed, even if there was a time that if I misplaced 10,000 naira, I'll be so angry at myself that where is this money? Okay, but after some time, I just saw it that okay, Tolu, you are more than this. Okay, so if you think that you can't afford inside of you, your mind cannot accommodate to lose, let's say $200, please don't start your trading with $200. Start with something little. Advice, start with $100 and then invest that $100 with the mindset that don't attach your heart to it. If you attach your heart to it, you'll be emotional all the way. Okay, something that can help you is this. Okay, get $100, put it in your trading account. Don't do anything with it for the next 1 month. After 1 month, ask yourself, did you go sick because you could not touch the money or you could not spend the money? If you think you are comfortable with it, then now start trading with that money. Just have it in your mind that okay, I've forgotten about this money. That way, I think you'll be emotionally comfortable enough to trade with it. Okay, there was a time I increased the fund in my wallet, all right, while growing then to about $200. And then at that point, I told myself, Tolu, I'm not depositing any other thing again. I grew the account to what it is today, and I'd made some withdrawals from the account also. You know, so it is left to you. What is it you want to start your account with? But please don't trade with what you cannot afford to lose. Reason is that if you trade with something that is so high, you'll be emotionally attached to the money, and then you might end up blowing the account. Okay, number two, quantify your risk per trade. Quantify your risk per trade. Okay, so if you are going into any trade, calculate what you are risking in your account. All right, advice, if you are going into any trade, don't risk more than 10% of your account. So if your account is $100, is an $100 account, for example, make sure that you are not risking more than $10. Okay, don't risk more than 10% of your account. And most times you discover that your stop loss won't even get to that $10 mark. All right, and you can have your money, your risk to reward ratio can be 1 to 2. Your risk to reward ratio can be 2 to 3. Your risk to reward ratio can be 1 to 3, depending on what your formula is. What I mean by the 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 3, I'm going to show us where we see the chart very soon. Okay, so number 3, establish your risk to reward ratio, like I just mentioned. So I'm going to show us something like that very soon. Okay, and then number 4, respect the leverage. Okay, like we said in the first day, don't leverage so much. And if there's leverage on your account, make sure you put it into consideration when entering any trade transaction. All right, and then number 5, be so free to withdraw your profit. Okay, when you withdraw your profit, now what this will help you to do is that by the time you withdraw that little profit and you have it in your local bank account, then you can actually use it to get some things physically around you. I think it will encourage and motivate you that wow, this thing works. Then you can later go back in and then but even if you will deposit an higher amount, I advise you to withdraw that little profit first. There's something that it registers in your mind, okay, and then you can later deposit something else into that account and you move on with it. Okay, now beneath here on my chart, I put something KDP. I want us to have it in mind as a slogan. This three words are very powerful to your successful, to your success in your trading career. Number one, knowledge. Acquire knowledge. Okay, if you are not knowledgeable, a lot of people started their forex career, all right, and then just with introductory knowledge they dive into it, pushing fund, and then at the end of the day they lose their fund. In acquiring knowledge, I will advise you, have a mentor. Mentorship is very important. A mentor will hold you by the hand and tell you what to do. A mentor had gone ahead, a mentor had made mistakes, but a real mentor will try to guide you so that you don't make the mistakes he had made in the past. All right, so acquire knowledge, and in acquiring knowledge, I will advise you, have a mentor. That is something you can get externally. Now, the other two, the D and the P, are things that you need to develop yourself. The D there stands for discipline. You need to be disciplined. I mean, very disciplined. So you already have a trading plan, or you already have a trading strategy, or you already, in your trading plan will include, your strategy, your risk to reward ratio, all right, and it will include your money and risk management rules. Okay, so make sure you stick strictly to your trading plan. That is discipline, very important as a trader if you want to be successful. Another thing you need to put into consideration is you need to be emotionally disciplined. You need to discipline yourself emotionally, all right? And then number three that I have there is the P. And it looks like it's the last thing I'm talking about, but it is very, very important as a trader if you'll be successful at all. Patient. You need to be very, very patient. If you are not patient as a trader, you will always lose your fund. Mark that statement. If you are not patient, you will end up losing your fund. If you are not patient, you will end up losing your fund. So patience is a very important virtue as a forex trader. So you want to grow your account from $100 to $200. Don't give yourself 2 days. Don't give yourself 2 weeks. Give yourself, excuse me, please. Give yourself 3 months. And if along the way your account gets to $200 before the end of the 1 month, note, without greed, then good for you. But ensure you follow your trading plan, ensure you follow your strategy, and be very patient. All right, be very patient. So we'll be rounding up very soon. Okay, so let's go back to my chart, to the chart that I shared with us before. Okay, so the market is moving now. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. I want to change it to the 1 minute time frame. I want to see something that is moving very fast. Okay, so we can see the price movement here. Please, I would like us to communicate as you can see my charts and you can see the price movement. Just drop in the chat box section, I can see. Drop in the chat box section, I can see. Okay, I can see the line, not the price. Okay, I can see. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Olayemi, this is the horizontal line that we added to the chart before. But look at this. Can you see this white line? So this is the line that is moving. There's a line moving, and that is what is making these candles to form. So what happens here is that each of these candles form every 1 minute, because we are on the 1 minute time frame. Remember yesterday we talked about the 1 minute time frame, 5 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame, 30 minutes. So each of these candles forms every minute. Okay, so let's say for example, right, I want to enter a trade, and what trade should we enter? Please, someone suggest. This is a demo account. I just want to use it for illustration. Should we enter a long trade or a short trade? Okay, someone is suggesting USD JPY. Okay, I'm going to open that soon. And should we enter a long or short? I believe we now know the difference, what long means and what short means. Long means you're buying, short means you're selling. Okay, Samuel said short. All right, so we go on. So I open USD JPY. So I'm going to delete this. I actually have some indicators that I use. All these are custom indicators, and you're not going to see them on MT4. All right. Okay. So this is USD JPY, and like someone said, we should enter a short trade. Okay. So new order, and so a greedy person with this account, $5,000 account, a greedy person we want to enter, let's say lot size 10. Well, let me try this to go. Okay, and then not enough money. Let me use 10. All right. So you see, as soon as you enter the trade, I hope you can see what you notice there. The first thing that shows is that you're at what? You're at loss. And then once this opens up, now the emotionally imbalanced trader or a trader that is not experienced, we say, oh, I'm at loss. What happens is he will quickly close the trade. And once he closes the trade, it means that he had already accepted that loss. Okay? If he does that the second time, the third time, the fourth time, what happens? Very soon his account will soon wipe off. Okay? But I advise this. Okay? Whatever it is you have in your balance. Now I'm giving us this as a tip for those of us who are on tonight. Whatever it is that you have as your balance, divide it by 10,000. Okay? Can someone do the calculation here? 5,272 divided by 10,000. Okay, somebody's okay. Thank you very much. So we have 0.0.52 or 0.53. So this is what we have. I hope we can all see this. I hope we can see this. So this is what we have. So you see this 0.53. That is what I will use as my lot size if I want to enter any trade. 0.53. Okay, then I enter that same short position. Okay, and then that's what I'm trading with. Now, what happens is this, because I've entered a short position, I can push my, when you put, you see, you put your cursor on that trade line, you see this greenish line, and you see the description here, you created an order, the order number is 4680875, which is the same thing as what you have here, okay? And then it's a sell order with a lot size of 0.53, all right? So you can decide to put your stop loss at the top, okay? And then you put your take profit here. So depending on your risk to reward ratio, if you put over your mouse on this, all right, you see the description that pops out, drag to modify, the profit will now be, so it means that if this should go against you, then you'll be losing $31, all right? And then if it should go in your favor, you'll be in profit of how much? $57. So now, what I mean by risk to reward ratio, in terms of, let's say, ratio 1 to 2, means that, let's say you are risking, I'm risking how much here? I'm risking how much? I want to put this there above. Okay, I'm losing 65 pips. Then I want to target to make that my profit will now be 65 times 2. 65 times 2 is 130, all right? So I'll target that, okay, I want to, here, what do we have here? So I want to add, this is not 65 pips, please take note. This is 6.5 pips. So I want to target 13 pips in this other direction. Okay, almost there. All right. So I think I'm at it now. So if I'm to lose about $32 here, then if it comes to this place here, I'll be in profit of $65. So this is risk. This risk to reward ratio is ratio 1 to 2. It means that even if you are losing anything at all, okay, and this trade should hit your stop loss, there's tendency that you have the ability, you have the potential to earn more than what you have lost at the end of the day. Okay, so what we say is, anytime you are entering any trade, make sure you always put your stop loss. Okay, and if you know that you are not presently sitting with your chart and you not be there, according to your risk to reward ratio, put your take profit and walk away. So you see, the moment is dancing around this place and we're already at a loss, there's tendency that it will still come back in your direction if you have actually done your analysis well. Okay, don't be afraid and rush out of the trade. If you rush out of the trade this way, you are losing. Okay, so be patient. Even if it hits your stop loss, you've already calculated it. Okay, be okay with it. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So even if the trade is going against you, just calm down. All right, that is part of learning. That's why we tell people that once you've gotten a strategy, okay, and you know what you are doing, be calm. All right, demo trade. Don't go live immediately. Demo trade, all right, and get your strategies well. Master your trading skills before you start trading with your live money. Okay, so I hope we've learned something again tonight. It's time for questions quickly before we wrap up. I think we've been on for over an hour already again this evening. So if you have questions, let's drop our questions. You can either drop it in the chat box section, or you can unmute and then ask your questions directly. So the floor is open for our questions. We are rounding up already. Hello, I hope you can hear me. We are rounding up already. Okay, okay, no questions. So we understood everything that we've talked about tonight. So going through our outline quickly. So we've treated the first one, second one, we're done. Creating a trading account. Okay, can you find your account and not trade with it? Then later withdraw the money back to your bank account. Sure, sure, sure. If you found your account and you're not trading with it, like it's funny though, but I told some guys, you know, when the year was starting out, I told some guys, I said, by the time you start earning in Naira, don't keep your money in your Nigerian bank account. Keep it in dollar or fund your dollar account, all right? Keep your money in dollars so that when Naira is falling, the value of your money will still remain. Okay, so you can fund your account, yes. If you don't trade with it, you still meet your money there. Nobody will take it away from you. All right, so Mr. Ken, I hope I've been able to answer your question. Okay, so we've talked about, so we've gotten to number 6 now. Tomorrow we go to candlesticks, talk about candlesticks and candlestick pattern. We'll proceed to technical and fundamental analysis, developing a trading strategy. We'll talk about trend lines, support and resistance. Then we'll see a typical trade setup. I believe, I just hope that we can go on very fast so that we wrap up with the entire lecture on Saturday. Okay. So Adeyanju is asking, saying that how about the links you mentioned for MT4 installation on mobile device? Okay. So chat us up on the, okay, in the chat box section. I'm going to give us this for those of us who don't have my direct contact. So I just dropped it in the chat box section. So if you don't have my direct contact, you can message me and then you get any other link from me. Also, I want to encourage us, check the chat box section, okay? Join our Telegram channel. And join our Telegram channel, okay? Or better still, search for at Tolu Forex on Telegram. Same at Tolu Forex, search for on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. We are available there, and then you can get any other information that you need. On the Telegram channel, there are a lot of materials on the channel already. For the link to the video of for the link to video to watch how to operate or how to install MT4 on your mobile device and how to navigate through the settings of your MT4, how to edit, just like we did for the desktop version. Okay, send me a direct message and you get the link. The link will also be posted on it will be broadcasted to all of us via the Tolu Forex line. Okay, okay, good, Mr. Samuel. Thank you, thank you. All right. So, in the absence of any other questions tonight, we're going to wrap up for now, and then we continue tomorrow. Okay. Samuel is saying one question. I have MT5. Can I use it? Yes. You can also use MT5. Okay. or should I use MT4? Yes, you can also use MT5, but in line with our training, we are working with MT4. Okay, there are a lot of more indicators for the MT4 platform, a lot of custom indicators for the MT4 platform than MT5. All right, so I will advise, even though you can use MT5, I also use MT5. I have an MT5, like whenever I trade VIX, that's volatility index, crash and boom. Okay, I use MT5 platform for that. And the broker I use is Deriv. Deriv was formerly binary.com. So I use MT5 for that. And I use it very well. Okay, so I can show us something, I can show us a glimpse of it probably on Saturday when we're about rounding up. So you can also use MT5, but as the case may be now, with currency pair that we're working on, this training only covers for MT4. Okay, so thank you very much for your time, everyone. No, your Deriv accounts cannot work on MT4. Deriv only use MT5. Okay, Deriv only use MT5. That is the only platform they permit. It can't work on MT4. So thank you very much, everyone, for tonight. Looking forward to connect with you again tomorrow. Do good to the remaining 2 days that we have, and do good to invite your friends also. The same way you register, tell them to send Forex to our line, that's 07026. You tell them to send to the line, and then the link will be shared with them to join the class. So regards, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Just a word of greeting, you can unmute, and then let's exchange pleasantries. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. Yes, we'll find a way of sharing the tutorial afterwards, Mr. Samuel. The information will be passed across to us.
Okay.
Someone is just joining. We're just about rounding up. All right. So good night. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So
thank you very much, Tolu.
Thank
continue tomorrow.
you, Tolu. Taiwo, I'm seeing you. Thank you. The guy joined me for the first time. You are most welcome. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right, guys. Good night. Good night to you. Are you hearing me at all, Mr. Tolu?
Yeah, good night, sir. Good night, sir. Mr. Samuel.
Okay.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, good night. Get into the house, oh.